YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, uh, Instagram, Snapchat. I don't know what else I added on here. Uh, so today is Tuesday, and as I said, uh, every Tuesday I will be reading one chapter of my, and every Wednesday I will be uh, talking about paranormal stuff. And finally, every Thursday, we will talk about conspiracies. And until I figure out how to put my in and the sound and the music to play correctly, Saturdays will be reserved for some virtual DJing. But until I learn how to do that right, we're going to have to hold off on that. So it's only going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Fridays, I might get on here just because we'll do some random stuff. So, okay, let's go ahead and get started. Last week I read chapter one. Chapter one basically was just the introduction to the book. Uh, my character, uh, he is captured, and since he is captured, he is being, and at the same time he's being tortured, he's also recalling uh, memories from his childhood. Right, so now here comes chapter 2. I hope you guys like it. If you have any uh, comments, questions, concerns, please feel free to let me know. Have cursing. The book is meant for adults. Obviously, I mean, teenagers can read them because a teenager nowadays doesn't even curse. It does have certain situations, and they're also not sexual, but very, very vivid situations. I know a lot of people can relate to them, and that's also another reason why I wrote this book, because people can relate to these kinds of events. So, chapter 2 to the book titled Journey to Freedom. Chapter 2 starts with a quote: "To those who abuse, the sin is yours, the crime is yours, and the shame is yours. To those who protect the perpetrators, blaming the victims only masks the evil within, making you as guilty as those who abuse. Stand up for the innocent or go down with the rest." Flora Jessup. After 4 hits in the back with a 2x4, I can only hope that I don't have a broken back or broken ribs. I could have some broken ribs or maybe a severely bruised, but I think that's as far as my body can let these bastards go. I may have some broken or fractured wrists, but I can't tell from all the pain that I have. The soldier in charge looks at me and tells his soldiers to unchain me and take me back to my room because it looks like I passed out. And they will start again tomorrow and see what information they can get out of me. The soldiers unchain me, and I immediately fall to the floor. They grab the chains and drag me to my holding cell and throw me on the floor. I want to crawl to the bed, but I just lay on the floor facing the ceiling since I can't feel anything from my neck down. Man, the least they could have done was at least give me a painkiller. I look out the window and see the stars. I haven't seen a night full of stars since I was captured. As far as back as I can remember when I was little, my life was full of torment. Let's start from when I was 2 years old. I know most people can't remember what they had for breakfast or what they did last week, but I had an excellent memory. And as far as back as I can remember, when I was 2 years old, I remember my father beating my mother over some food that he didn't want. Surely my mother made it for him, for him to eat at work for lunch, but I guess it wasn't to his liking. And he decided to grab the skillet and hit my mom with it. I'm sorry. I read that wrong. Surely my mother made it for him to eat at work for lunch, but I guess it wasn't to his liking, and he decided to grab the skillet and hit my mom on the head with it. Some people would become monsters over things like this, or things that have happened to me, but not me. I became a protector for the weak and innocent. Granted, I was no angel myself, but sometimes the only way to fight evil is with another kind of evil, and my father's abusive behavior sure made me this way. I'm no angel, like I said, and I'm no devil either, but I do fight to protect those who cannot protect themselves. When I turned 7, my sister was born, and I sometimes wonder how this woman could stay with a man that beat her so many times truly defied my logic. She must have really loved my father. When women have kids, not just women but men also, they tend to let themselves go. My parents were no Cadillac models, but they were in shape. Since my mother had a baby, it's the perfect time for him to get out of the house and sneak around. Typical for a man like him to leave his home and his family while he seeks out a mistress. My reminiscence comes short from the screams in the other rooms from people yelling to be let free. I can hear a woman cry and soldiers laugh and cheer on. She yells, "No, stay away from me," and cries for someone to help her. Monsters. I can't, and I don't even want to imagine what that woman is going through. Reminds me of the time when my mom found a phone number in my dad's shirt when he went missing for a few days. Okay, wait a second. Uh, this this sounds about right, but I think I have the updated version. Uh, I think I have the updated version in my. Uh, I always keep one in my Google Drive because I tend to do a lot of writing when I'm at work. So at least I'm able to, you know, add more to it or change it up and whatnot. Excuse me. Yes, here's. I'm sorry, you guys. Give me a second. The one that I was reading is actually the original. Um, the updated version, I changed. Uh, but you know what? Let's just go with the original for now. I don't even want to imagine what that woman is going through. Reminds me of the time when my mom found a phone number in my dad's shirt and when he went missing for a few days. I remember her calling the number for my dad. A woman answers and asks who's speaking. Now, my mother was no fool. She was a very intelligent woman and she knew how to get around people's situations. I laugh at myself because I know where I got my intelligence from. So she proceeds to tell the woman that she is my dad's sister and their mother is worried about him because he hasn't shown up all weekend. And the woman replies, "Oh, don't worry, he's okay, he's sleeping right now. And you tell my future mother in law not to worry. Tell her I'll take good care of him." And she hangs up. I ask this, and she says, "He'll be back, sweetie. Don't worry, your dad is with a friend and he's having a sleepover." Of course, I I knew what he was doing, and some men just can't keep it in their pants. That very same day, I came home and he yelled and he beat my mom black and blue. You know, when I was writing this book, uh, yeah, some memories are mine, and it's some things that I do remember, some things I don't want to remember. some of you guys have, perfect families. I'm not saying you guys have perfect. Some of them you guys do, some of them you don't. Some of you guys have parents that don't fight. Some of you guys do. Some of you guys have, good parents that, that stay together all, for years and years. Most of us don't. Most of us have parents that, one of them is an abuser. He or she, or they'll beat us. They'll use drugs. They'll use alcohol. They'll use any excuse, just to find and hit us. But, it comes with the territory. We tend to be stronger because the things that we witness. And because of the things that we witness, we don't want our kids to go through that. I would never want my kids to go through that. I love my daughters to death. And I would hate for them to marry some guy that's going to do that to them what my dad did to my mom. So that very same day, my dad came home and yelled at my mom black and blue. I can only hear my mother yelling to my father to stop and begging for him to stop. I yelled and pushed the door open, and I kept hearing my father yelling and beating my mom. I ran to grab my dad's leg and pleaded him to stop hurting my mom. He slaps me and says, "Stay out of this, you little shit." I get up, I run to the kitchen, grab a knife, and return to the room and yell, "If you don't stop hitting my mom, I'm gonna kill you." My mom tells me to put the knife down, and my father walks up to me, snatches the knife away, and kicks me in the stomach. And I fall down like if I was a stack of boxes. As soon as I'm able to kick to the stomach, I start feeling the pain in my stomach again. The cries of the woman have died out. I wonder if she's okay. I think to myself, sorry, there should have been a comma there. I wonder if she is okay, I think to myself. I hear the soldiers cheer and talk amongst themselves. The tears fall out of my eyes as if someone had turned on the water hose. How can anyone be so heartless, I wonder to myself. I can feel my strength coming back. So I just crawl and sit up and lean up against the wall and decide to meditate and try to get my strength back up before they decide what to do with me tomorrow. I've been in this hellhole for a week now. I wonder if my people are even looking for me. Oh well, time to meditate and just hope that somebody will find me. And that's basically the end of chapter 2. Like I said, every quote has to do with the chapters. So the quote for chapter 2 was, "To those who abuse, the sin is yours, the curse and the shame is yours. To those who protect the perpetrators, blaming the victims only masks the evil within, making you as guilty as those who abuse. Stand for the innocent or go down with the rest." There's a lot of men that love to be, I want to say women. I want to say they want to show their machismo, their macho side or whatever. But I mean, let's be frank here. Uh, it's really not right to hit a woman. I mean, everything that I saw my dad do to my mom, I mean, I put it in my book for a reason, and it's because they're real life events that people can relate to. Quiz me. Okay, what's your quiz? Quiz me. Okay, they left. Um, so many things happened to me. Some of them are put in a book, some of them weren't, some of them are made up. I can't really let you know which is which. Sometimes you have to figure out which is truth and which is lie. Which is fiction and which is nonfiction. The book is meant to be fiction. It's supposed to be a fictional book. It's supposed to be like a Tom Clancy kind of, except that it carries real life experiences, things that actually did happen to me. Let me put it this way. At that point, I had 6 kids. Now I have three girls. And in the book, you'll see that. That's one thing that will be true in that book. All my kids will be in the book. And yes, um, in real life, I have three, but once again, in my book, only 5 exist. I mean, I do wish that, all my kids were here, but they're not. I lost my son. I lost 2 daughters, a set of twins, and in my book, you end up seeing who's alive and who's not. And the only reason I'm saying this is because a little bit more about me and why this book was being written. I don't mind talking to myself. Sometimes I can I can pretend that I'm talking to people. Um, but sometimes it really would be nice if I can, actually have an audience where I can actually get something off my chest. I mean, I don't need it. I just don't know how to advertise myself so I can have more viewers. But this isn't my time. My time is already come and gone. My time is mid '90s, late '90s, early 2000s. My time was uh, when gangster rap was coming up. Tupac was just shot. Y2K was just around the corner, and 9/11 happened, and that was it for me. Uh, but like I said, I'm not like the rest of the YouTubers. I can't advertise myself. I don't know how to do it. I can only do what I know and what I've learned so far. You know, Facebook, Twitter. That stuff is not even uh, that stuff is not even that old. It's like what, like 7 years. Um, so I mean, that's not so you guys, you know, this is your time. You know, you guys have to give me pointers. I don't know how to advertise myself so I can get more viewers. I don't know how to do all of that. That's all you guys. I mean, you guys are so interconnected now on the internet, man. Like back then we didn't have internet. You know what our internet was? It was a freaking library. That's what it was for us. You know, our texting was passing notes in the middle of class. Uh, our emails were pen pals. Uh, it would be nice if I knew how to do all of this stuff, but I don't. And it'd be nice. It'd be nice if some of you youngsters can help me out and show me uh, how to be more vivid and in promoting some of these videos, because uh, the reason I'm doing my book is because they say that when you get out of the military, your PTSD kicks in, and you got to see a psychiatrist and take your meds and yada yada yada. And man, sorry, man, I can't be fake. I mean, that's not me. There's no way in hell I can ever be fake. If you would literally see my Facebook, man, like, I mean, Lying is so stupid. I mean, you realize how much work, you have to work at when you lie. I mean, you have to constantly be adding on top of it and on top of it and on top of it. I mean, it's a lot of work. I do embrace my personality. I embrace being real and honest with people. I mean, I tell people the truth whether they like it or not. Let me tell you something. Three-quarters of my family doesn't talk to me because I am so honest. I don't worry about them. You want to hear the truth, that's fine. You want to sugarcoat a topping, go somewhere else. Either you take the bitter truth, or you want to sugarcoat a lie. Go to the rest of your family. Don't come to me. No, there is a difference between honest and opinion. I'm just brutally honest. It's not my opinion. It's the truth. That's the difference. That's an opinion. Yeah, if you tell someone that they're ugly, that's an opinion. But if the person is, I mean, shit, if the person is butt ugly, I mean, and if they say, and somebody asks you, you think that person's cute and you know they ugly, what do you want me to say, man? I mean, like, I'm not physically attracted to him. Okay. Uh, back in, what was that? I want to say back in 2014. Back in 2014, my mom, she had a tumor in the back of her head. She was diagnosed with cancer. And so she wanted her sisters, her brother, her family to come and be with her because the doctor said there was a 50-50 chance that she might not live through the surgery. So what did her family say? We don't have money. It's too far. We'll pray for you. You'll be fine. And believe me when I say this, they did say all this. Granted, every single one of my mom's sisters and brother had businesses. They all had money. But they were wasting their money on stupid crap. Every year, one of my aunts was getting a brand new truck, trading in the one that was from 2006. Let's say they were trading in the 2015 truck to get the 2016 truck. They would trade in the 2016 truck to get the 2017 truck, and so on and so on. Buying a 60-inch TV, $3,000. Look, I'm an atheist. If they pray for her, fine, whatever. My mom wanted them to come and be there with them. If that was her last chance for her to see her family, a prayer for me was not good enough. So I grabbed the phone and I called every single one of them. And I told them, no, it's not. So if your mom is dying, or your parents are dying, or any family member is dying, it's okay, for them to say, we'll pray for you. But what your dying family member wants is for them to be with them, next to them, one last time. Wouldn't that be better than a prayer? No, answer me. Would that be better than a prayer? Because obviously a prayer is not physical. They want them to be there. It eases them. It eases them into going into the next world. Well, I mean, that's really your opinion, because let's be honest here. I could tell you're Christian. I'm not. I'm atheist. I stopped being when when my Christian family just didn't, they thought that it wasn't good enough for them for my mom to say that she wanted them there. It no. If it's your last time, if it's gonna be your last time to be here on this world, a prayer is not good enough. I'm sorry, but no, because you end up dying with the regret. I should have been there. I should have gone. You know what? My money was never that much important. Yeah, she died. You know who lives with the guilt? They all do. Even my sisters. They all live with that guilt. They live with the guilt because I got on their cases. My mom was Christian, yeah. 100% Christian, 100% devout Christian. Where was your God? Let me ask you that. Where was your God, to be there for my mom? Why does your God allow everybody else to live, and rape, murder, kill, pillage, destroy? But apparently my mom is not good enough to keep on this planet, for her to be here with her kids, her grandkids. My sister just had a baby. So it's our will to stay alive, even though even though she had cancer. Is that what you're telling me? My mom didn't sin. She was a perfect Christian. And I don't care what you say, she was perfect. No drinking, no smoking, never cheated on her husband. Her 3 husbands left her. That's funny. Every single Christian always says that. Everything happens for a reason. I don't buy that. I really don't. I think that is the worst excuse Christian people ever use. It's the only one they know. So you're telling me that being up there, without her kids and her grandkids, is better than being down here with them, watching them grow, watching them live. My sister just had a baby, and she could see her next grandchild, take her next, her first baby steps, her first word, saying grandma. Honestly, if I had a choice between going to heaven and staying here, I'd rather stay here. I couldn't live without my kids. I I won't do it. I've raised my girls to be atheists just like me, and I've always told them when you grow up, you can make your own decision. You can go ahead and be with your own religion, whatever you want. I'm not going to take that away from you. Like I said, man, that's really your opinion. I'm not I'm not going to take that from you. You can go ahead and claim Christianity and whatnot, and I'm not. Where's your Where's your man of God in Houston right now? Where's Joel Osteen? How come he hasn't opened up his doors, to all the evacuees? It took what, thousands and thousands of people on social media blasting him before he finally opened up his doors. No, atheists get it because we're realists. We see the world in a different way. We don't see the world as a make believe. We see the world as for what it is. And like I said, I'm an atheist now. I used to be a Christian. I stopped being one. As a matter of fact, let me tell you something. I used to be a minister. and I stopped. And I stopped for a number of reasons. One, because another minister told my wife that I was going to cheat on my wife while I was in Germany in the army. And she believed him over me. That's one. Two, the minister and the church that I was working at, or not even working, because I mean, let's be real, I was practically running it, and he didn't like the fact that I was basically doing everything, and he decided to take my position as the pastor of the church because he thought that I was getting money from the church and keep it to myself. And I went to that church in bus. Every Sunday, I took the bus or a taxi. I didn't have a car. He had a truck. Once he took me down, no, you're fine. But let's be real. I mean, when we say where was God when blah blah blah, or where was God in this, or where was God in that, we always say that because really, let's be honest here. Where was he? My mom, perfect Christian. I mean, great mother, and she had cancer. Prayed every day, went to church every Sunday, and once a month she would cook for the whole entire church. And he still let her die. Oh, but let's let this crackhead over here, let's let this crackhead live. Let's let this child molester raping 5-year-old kids, and let's go ahead and let them keep living and keep doing it. Where's God in that? God can take away the good ones, but he'll leave the bad ones. And before you even start, I don't want to hear about the rapture. No, the rapture is fake, and that's not coming from an atheist point of view. The rapture is not real. It is not even proven in the Bible, and I don't care, because one verse that says that the souls will be raptured up into heaven, no, that is not a rapture. Please, by all means, enlighten me why people who are good always die first. Enlighten me. And in the meantime, I'll tell you why I stopped being a minister. My wife left me because she listened to another minister. So this is why I don't believe in Christians anymore. I went to fight for my country, and a minister convinced her that I was going to cheat on her. And finally, where was God when my twin daughters died? Two little girls. Did they deserve to die? Children that they still didn't even know anything between good or bad. My girls, for years, and I literally, for years, I dreamt about my twin girls. I always dreamt about them, holding them in my arms and, playing with them. And then just like that, we're taken. So you know what, man? No, you can go ahead and keep your God. I'd rather go to hell. And the reason I'd rather go to hell is because you know what? I don't believe in the goodness of people anymore. And this is why every Tuesday I want to read my book, one chapter, because every single thing that has ever happened to me is put in this book. And this book is like me venting. I hate the fact that people always claim, that God is good, God is great, but He takes my twin daughters, babies. Where's where's the good in that? Oh, I'm sorry, He didn't take them. He raptured them into the sky, raptured their souls into heaven. I'm sorry. Hey, thanks for the likes. I'm just me doing me, man. Initially, initially, this broadcast wasn't even meant to be to be the politics of religion. It was just to just to read my book. But it's good, man. Hey, you know, it's nice to hey, thanks for the thumbs up, bro. It's good. It's good to talk to other people. Vent with other people. Thank you, Mortal. I can't guarantee you that. I really can't. I just take day by day as it goes. I'm sorry. Look, I try to be a good guy, but I am a good dad. When the broadcast first started here, I said I had 6 kids. Now I'm down to 3. I have 3 girls left. I lost half of them. So what do you want me to say? Seriously, what do you want me to say? I'm giving you the board right here. I'm giving you the floor. Oh, I don't get me wrong. I have my Bible. I still have the Bible that I used when I used to preach. I've read it. Whether you believe me or not, I've read the Bible at least somewhere between 70 and 75 times in chronological order. I know it back and forward, up and down, backwards, upside down. There wasn't a scripture that not one minister can ever trick me up with. And even then, when I was trying to get married, uh, when I was going to Bible college in Mexico, uh, let's be honest here. None of us know that we're going to hell. You know, uh, I can't tell you that there really is a hell. I can't tell you that there isn't. I don't know if you are. I don't know if I am. Let's just be clear about this. Um, the only thing that we can really know is that, and this is, you doing this, all right? You, thank you, Mortal. You are doing this to me, and this is going to be the only time I will do this, okay? The only way that we can truly be saved and not go to hell is if we accept Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior, not just by saying it, you also have to feel it. You have to accept them in your heart. That is the only way. No. Because I feel like you are tricking me into a conversation that I don't want to be involved in. But according to the Bible, the only way we don't go to hell is if we do that. I'm just saying. Like I said, the Bible says that, and that's fine. You don't even have to wait to see me in heaven. Dude, you're seeing me right now. You see me right here. We have to wait till we both die so you can see me here. Come on. I think I would get bored. Honestly, I may be atheist, but I believe in reincarnation, man. I don't think that we're supposed to spend the whole eternity, up there. I think this is why so many people have deja vu. They remember things from the past that they've never even been there. How many times have we heard that? That Jesus is coming back soon. Let's be honest. Jehovah's Witness said it back in like 1917. Then they changed their date to 1923. Then finally 1936. Come on. And then the Bible says that when all these bad things happen, no. Technology is not ruining your generation. Listen very closely. Parents that spoil their kids are ruining your generation. My youngest daughter is 11. She lives with her mom and she has a Facebook. Personally, me, I don't approve of that. But she doesn't live with me. So her mom spoils her and lets her have a Facebook. Oh, and not only that, she also bought her a cell phone. What 11-year-old needs a phone? No, it's not your generation, man. It's the parents' fault. The parents are too lean now. If these kids would have the parents that I had from the 90s, then these kids would be more of a straight arrow. I raised my kids the same way my mom raised me. You want a phone, you work for it, you pay for it. That's nothing. A 7-year-old with an iPhone 7 Plus. When I lived in Mexico, at the Bible college, at the monastery over there, I saw a 7-year-old, and I'm talking about 2003, 2004. Back then, when the first smartphone was, I think it was like one of the Blackberries. It had the screen on top, and then it had the keyboard down here. A 5, 7-year-old kid had a phone like that. Mexico. And we're talking about 2003, 2004. And yeah, the 3G, whatever the hell it was. All of that started since back then. Why? Because the kids see what the parents have. The kids complain until they finally get their way. If kids would had parents like mine and my grandparents, bro, let me tell you something. If these kids nowadays, they were parented by my parents, shit, straight arrows. I can't promise you nothing, but how about this? How about it? But you be careful out there. So you take it easy. And you now fan 52. No, I don't blame the kids. I blame the parents. Thanks, Tank Immortal. Appreciate that. But let's be clear here. Yes. Hello, Mage 7 Productions. Oh man, trust me. These kids nowadays, they think that they need everything, and it's truly ridiculous. I mean, let's be honest. What what 8-year-old really needs an iPhone 7? Hell, I don't even need an iPhone 7. Man, you know what the hell I got? I got a freaking Samsung, I think it's a G3. A G3, or it's a G3, or I think it's a Galaxy 3. I don't know what it is, a J3 Emerge. I think it's an Emerge 3. Bro, it cost me $80. Cheap. And it works. I mean, I don't even need no iPhone. You know what? I never even had an iPhone. I'm not even worried about it. You now? What's up, you now? Verizon OG. Bro, let's be honest. I mean, come on, look. This thing, if I wasn't working as a driver, I mean, let's be real here. If I wasn't working as a driver and if I didn't need to stay in contact with my daughters or needed the GPS to get to where I need to go, I wouldn't even need this phone. So if I didn't have kids and if I wasn't a driver, I wouldn't even be worried about the phone. You know why I wouldn't even be worried about the phone? One, I'm not paying no $80 for no cell phone bill. Two, why would I need internet on my phone when you can have internet at home? I have a laptop. Three, everything you need is on a freaking laptop. You don't need anything else. You want a number? Go to textnow.com, create an account. They give you a phone number, and you can put it on your tablet, and you can text and make phone calls for free. Free. You hear me? Free. And you can do it on a tablet. Hell, I can even do it on my laptop right now. Track phone. My grandpa has track phone, man. And his freaking phone works all the way on the other side of Mexico. Like literally. Like here's like the river, here's Texas, here's Mexico, like literally just right under the river. His phone works down there. $25 a month. Yes, track phone. Who in the hell really pays for $100 a month for a cell phone? Who in the hell is gonna pay $1,000 for a freaking iPhone for an 8-year-old? You know who? Stupid parents. That's who. My kids, my girls, they wanted phones. Get your asses to work. I ain't buying that for y'all. So you know what one of them did? She went to go work. She got herself a job and she saved her checks and she bought her phone. Man, you don't know how kids, ungrateful kids are. Kids are very ungrateful nowadays. Black Flag, what's up? Join the conversation, man. What, 35 pounds a month? Made a lot of phone calls last month, of course. I'm telling you. Mage Productions. Instead of wasting all of that, go to textnow.com, create an account. They give you a number, and all you have to do is make texts from there or phone calls from there. Hell, just tell the other person to download Hangouts from Google, and everything there is for free. Why you wasting money? Kids complain at Christmas when they don't get new phones or cars. You know what's funny, man? Like my one of my daughters showed me a video that it was supposed to be like some sweet 16 girl. She wanted a BMW for Sweet 16 or whatever. I don't know what show it was. I think it was like MTV's. And a brand new, was it like $250,000 car, and crying and pissed because it was the wrong color. Are you freaking kidding me? My first car was an 87 Lincoln Town car. White, leather seats, sunroof, big body boat. Man, like, I remember back in high school, I could fit like 12 girls in there when I used to go to skip parties. Kids are so ungrateful nowadays, man. As long as I had a car and it ran, I didn't care. The kids, especially in high school, Black Flag, yeah, especially in high school now. I mean, Jesus. I mean, have you seen all these videos? What they do now? They fight. They fight with teachers. So disrespectful. Jesus, man. When I was in high school, I got corporal punishment. I got my ass paddled. I mean, like paddled for real. Mike Chelsea, what's up? I'm gonna get anything for Christmas. I just asked for a bit of money so I can take my girlfriend for a meal. Mage, man, look, if you're gonna do that, if it's serious, let's be honest, man. If it's serious, buffet. If it's not that serious, just make it D's and just let it fly. Kadir Cracker, fan me. Hey, yeah, I'll fan you. I got you. Hold on. Is there any way I can? Mage Production. I'm ashamed to be part of this generation, bro. My daughters are ashamed to be part of this generation. Trust me, they are like literally ashamed. But the good thing is that I raised them the way my mom raised me, and I also raised them to be like boys. So one of my daughters, man, she can fucking throw a knife, man. Like she can protect herself real good, and I'm proud of her for it. The other one, she took my skills from drawing, so she can draw her ass off. And the youngest one, Genesis, shit, man, like she took the skills of computers out of my head, and she kept them to herself now. So I'm struggling now. But yeah, all three of them are like ashamed to be part of this generation now. Black Flag, I'm a senior and they are jerks even to us. Dude, you know why they are like that? They're like that because since they're little, let's be honest here. I mean, it's just like we said in high school. Every fool gets to be young once. Let them turn 18. Once they turn 18, and I tell this, and like, I don't care, like every other YouTuber in the world says, I don't condone violence or bullyism about yada yada. Look, man, whatever. I don't give a shit about all of that. Let's be honest. Once they turn 18, they can legally get their asses whooped. Wait till they turn 18, whoop they little asses so they can learn what it felt like when they were being fucking jerks. Fan 52. Music nowadays is trash. Agreed. I think the last good music that we even had was what? 2005? That was what when was the last Stain album that came out before he went to country? I don't remember, but man, no. I think the music nowadays is just ridiculous. Did y'all even know that you fan now 52 that girl, that 13 14-year-old girl, that Catch Me Outside girl, whatever her name is, she made an album now? That makes it worse now. Music is going to be worse, trashy now. Believe that. Age production, she could be a freelance artist, earning some money here and there. Yeah, my daughter, she's in fashion design right now, so she's trying to get prepared for that so she can design her own clothes. We're since '89. Where have you been? Last time I saw you, you were eating a pizza. Mage Productions. Before we even get to this fool Drake, I didn't even know who the hell this guy Drake was. I thought it was a freaking drink. I mean, like, I kid you not. I thought it was like some food, some drinks and shit until somebody like told me that he was a fucking singer. Let's get one thing straight. My daughter told me that he was on some show called Degrassi or Degassi, or I don't know what the hell it was called. So, all right, he was already famous before uh, he became the singer. Jose, what's up? Join in, man. Uh, Drake, he was already famous before he became this rap singer or whatever the hell he is now. Uh, then he made that song, Started from the Bottom, Now We're Here. Bro, you never even started from the bottom. You started from the top and you're still up there. Shut the hell up. You know, if you want to hear somebody make fun of all these musics, all these songs from everybody, bro, go to Chingo Bling on YouTube. Listen to uh, that fool, Mike Layla. How you doing? Join in. Uh, Maze Productions. Go to YouTube. Go to Chingo Bling. Started from the border. Now we're here. Using the same music that Fool Drake made. Started from the bottom. Now I'm here, bro. Way funnier. Way funnier. Even that new song that came out, Despacito. Yeah, trust me, Chingo Bling made something funnier about that too. Way funnier. That dude can really make some parodies out of their musics. NC and Backstreet Boys for the win. Man, you know what? I don't care what anybody says. NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, great pop, love music, man. That's how I scored my first girlfriend. I think like uh with an NSYNC song. Can't remember which one though. Weird Al, yeah. Weird Al made some good stuff, but you want to listen to some real funny shit? Trust me, Chingo Bling, check it out. Suzuki Ragaku, what's up? Joining in. Yes, parodies are amazing and are funny as hell. I think he even Chingo Bling made one made a song called "Why You Hating," making fun of some girl song. Can't remember what it was. In his I Wear Speedos version. Yeah. Clausinator, thanks for joining in. Texas After Harvey. Texas After Harvey, we help each other out. It was fine until Trump got here, and then you hear all these idiots cheering for him like it's a freaking concert. You know, it's ridiculous. We're still, honestly, I mean, we're still bashing Joel Osteen because that son of a bitch, you know, he never even opened up his goddamn doors, and his church is the old Houston Rockets basketball stadium, houses 17,000 people, claimed that it was flooded, and then next thing you know, you have people literally going up to the stadium, recording, filming, taking pictures that it's not flooded, nowhere near flooded. And they even point to the highway, you know, and they show the highway and they show cars passing by and no splashes of water, that it's not even flooded. And yet people still believe that Joel Osteen says that that his church is flooded. Nobody should go over there because it's dangerous. If these people are actually going out there to film, record trucks passing by on the highway, and I mean, come on. His house is worth 10.5 mil. He makes 40 mil a year off of his books. God knows how much more he makes off just by robbing, conning all these people. I mean, let's think about it. Let's think like this. Let's look at it this way. You know, we pull out a calculator right now. Sunday. I don't know if he does this twice, but we're going to do it once. His church houses 17,000 people. If each one of those persons gave $20, bro, $340,000. Let's just say that's $20. But we have people out here that believe in him so damn much that they'll give out their 50, 100, 200, $500. But like I was telling I forgot his name. I'm gonna feel so bad now. Forgot the other one, the one that was always talking about that Christianity and yada yada yada. Bro, forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, these people give out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and I mean it's ridiculous. He claims that his church is flooded and whatnot. The thing is that he doesn't want people going to his church because he doesn't want them messing up his church. They're gonna destroy the church. I mean, if you don't have just people going, you have people bringing their kids. Not only do they bring their kids, you have people bringing in their pets. So you have to deal with adults, kids, pets, and causing destruction to the church because you're housing them. I mean, you have to think about how a greedy person thinks, why he's not opening up his doors. He's not opening up his doors because it will cost him millions to fix that church again. Once everybody is out, think about it. Let's per se that half the people there are filthy. So they leave, dirty diapers, and they leave, trash everywhere. Okay, fine. He has to pay people to come pick that up. And then he has to pay people to redo the carpet. He has to pay people to replace the chairs. He has to pay people to steam the floors, steam everything. He has to pay so the smell can get out of the church. And then finally, the church has to be closed down until it's finally usable. So let's say the church closes down for a month. That's 30 days. That's 4 Sundays. 4 Sundays where this con artist is not going to get minimum $340,000 per week. So, I mean, we're talking 300 and why did that happen? We're talking about $340,000 every Sunday. Multiply that in a month, which is 4 Sundays. That's $1,360,000 that he's not going to be receiving in those 4 Sundays, and that's just offerings. Now, like I was telling that other guy that he was all Christian and whatnot. Most churches now, they ask for a tithe, which is 10% of your check, and they ask for an offering. Most churches demand that you give both tithe and an offering. So let's just say that most of the people that go there, their tithe is going to be $250. And once again, we'll multiply that by the number of people that stadium can house, which is 17,000. We're looking at 4.25 million. That's what we're looking at. Is that right? Let's do that one more time. 17,000 times 250. Yeah, 4,250,000 in just tithes. And then we'll do offerings. Let's say 17,000 people decide to offer $20, like we said earlier. $340,000. We add that up. We're looking at $4,590,000 one Sunday. One Sunday. And we're talking about one service. We don't know how many services he does on a Sunday. He could do 2 or 3. If he does 3, triple that amount. That's what, 13 million in one Sunday? It's ridiculous. I mean, come on. And he has the galls to say that he can't open up the doors because it's flooded and people go and show up and it's not flooded. Come on. But aside, I digress. I digress from that. So far, from what I've heard, only I think maybe 5 people have died. And my heart goes out to them. And a lot of people say, stop complaining about, Joel Osteen, blah, blah, blah. You should be donating. You should be helping. You know what, man? I can go and help. I live over here in Dallas, Texas. I'm over here just 4 hours away from them. I got friends calling me, asking me how I'm doing. And, they don't know that Dallas is up here and Houston is down here and Harvey is way down here. Only hit this part. And the outskirts of the clouds are up here. We don't even get any rain. It just teases us. But look, I can't donate, $100, $200. I got a daughter in college. It's the 3rd year. I'm paying already $38,000 a year, so she can go to college because, she wants to be a teacher. I can do some $20, $50, that much, at least I know is going to go somewhere once I give it to the Red Cross. You give it to that fool Joel Osteen and you don't know where the hell it's going to go. I never did believe in these mega churches. You look at that Myers chick and you look at Osteen and you look at that other fool, T.D. Jakes. I've been kicked out of his church before. I've been kicked out of T.D. Jakes' church before, because, I called him out when back in 2003. I called him out when he left North Carolina because they found him, stealing from a church. And then he came over here to Dallas and decided to build his own church. And Jesus Christ, man, that freaking church it's huge. I mean, it's almost as big as freaking Cowboy Stadium. It's ridiculous. Walmart with staples attached. What do you mean? Walmarts and with staples? Black Flag. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'll try to see you next time on your broadcasting. Yeah, Black Flag. I'll be here tomorrow, man. We're gonna talk about paranormal activities like ghosts and shit like that. If you got any stories, bring them up. And then I'll be here Wednesday for conspiracies. Fan 52 mega churches. Yeah, man, those mega churches, they're ridiculous. I think even in uh, yeah, man, join in. I'll be here between 7 and 9. I got a little late on today. The mega churches, yeah, I think even Tupac said in a interview back in '95, you know, there was a mega church over in New York that took up a whole city block, and these churches don't even give out, to the community. If they would give out at least half to the community, the world would be all right. If they gave back to the community as much as they take in, the world would be all right. And he's right. Believe in the paranormal, yes. My my last my last show last Wednesday, I talked about uh, when I was still a minister. I joined in on an exorcism on a 7-year-old boy, and yeah, it's something I wouldn't want to do again. I mean, I thought my heart was clean, but apparently it wasn't. And it's nothing like you see in the movies, like The Exorcist, spitting green vomit and the head twirls around, and it's nothing like that. It's way completely different. They know things about you. You can hide the biggest darkest secret, and they will tell you to your face what it is, and you're standing here wondering what who in the who in the fuck told them. You're wondering. I talked about that me and my cousin saw what they call the weeping woman, or in Mexico it's called La Llorona. That's the biggest legend in Mexico. Uh, Lechuzas in Mexico. It's a witch that can transform from a woman to a big, huge owl. I've seen them do that before. I've seen them do it once. It really freaked the fuck out of me, man. I mean, like, my mom was there when she was alive, and my uncle was there. It was something, man. The Exorcist is based on not just true stories, it's based on the real thing. They just exaggerated just a little bit. The Conjuring, yeah, it's based on some real events. Annabelle, never seen Annabelle. It just didn't really catch my eye, to be honest. If I wanted to see a doll moving about, I'll see Chucky. I mean, let's be perfectly honest. I want some entertainment, and I'll see Chucky before I'll see Annabelle. Not that I'm scared, because I was raised on horror movies. My mom, she was a horror movie fanatic. I mean, like, she can literally sit us down when she was alive. When she rests her soul, but she would sit us down on Halloween. And this was like when Michael Myers only had like 4 movies. Halloween 1, 2, 3 was about stupid mask, so we didn't even watch that. We would just watch Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, and 5 would be The Revenge of Michael Myers. We would sit down and watch all those 4 movies. She would literally make us sit down and watch those movies with her. She loved, horror movies. She loved a good scare. She loved all those uh, Nightmare on Elm Street movies. She didn't like Friday the 13th. She says that the Friday the 13th movies, uh, they had too many naked girls in there, and she didn't understand what naked girls had to do with a guy in a hockey mask, killing people. So she didn't like those. She preferred, old school. You know, uh, Night of the Living Dead, uh, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street. So it's very rare when I'll see a scary movie that will make me jump. I think the only one that's ever made me jump was um, Insidious, the first one. That was a good one. That was based not based on real on an actual story, but the astral projection that they do in that movie, that's real. I've I've uh, I've I don't know. I don't want to say that I personally have done it. I may have done it unintentionally, but I have a friend that he's done that before. So that's a trip. And there's always a rule when you astral project, and they say never look up or don't try to fly. And I'm hard headed, and I'm like a freaking cat. I'm always curious, so I would want to look up. I would try to fly because I want to see what it feels like. So yeah, haven't seen the film Insidious. Insidious. It's called Insidious, and what they do is called astral projecting. Astral projecting is like when you separate your soul from your body, and you can go anywhere else and see things, and like let's say you can teleport your soul to uh, New York or wherever. The only thing is that uh, my friend, he's told me about that and how he's done it. Whenever you do that, you can't leave your alone because it's basically an empty shell. And when there's an empty shell, uh, you know, demons or bad spirits try to take over your empty shell. And once they take over your body, there's nowhere for you to go. You have to wait till there's another empty shell for you to try to invade in before you can get your body back. So I don't know how it works. I think I did it once, and I remember seeing my daughter, but it may have, like I said, it may have been a dream. I don't know, and I wouldn't want to try it. If anything were to happen, if I ever did something like that, I know my girls immediately they would know it's not me. Uh, little quirks, stuff that you do every day. People would notice. And they would notice. So, guys, come on. What else you got for me? I got 6 views. Let's do a roll call. I got 6 people watching. Who's on here watching so I can know who's all on here? You think that when you die, that's what happens? You get thrown out of your shell. Single. No, I don't think so. Uh, if there was somebody Christian in here, they would say you go to heaven or you go to hell. Me personally, I believe in the reincarnation. I believe that the moment that you die, your soul automatically is being transferred to the newborn baby that's being born at that very moment. How else would you be able to explain, things from the past that you didn't even know? Or, like there's people that are out there that have claimed that they remember seeing old buildings in so and so place, and they've never even been there, and they describe them perfectly. And then once they actually get there, they feel like they're at home, or they feel like they've been there before. Some people call it deja vu. I mean, I think that's just what it is. Somehow your soul still remembers something from your previous life, and somehow it still tries to let you know who you all were. Me personally, um, I've had dreams like that before. There was a kid that could recall the whole life of their granddad who died before they were born. And point him out in a picture. Yeah, man. I mean, think about it. What if that kid was reincarnated? And what if that kid that was reincarnated and he was uh, he was the best friend of the granddad, and then the granddad died, and one day when his dad was changing his diaper, the kid said, "I used to do this for you when you were my age." Being a sunrise, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. Uh, yeah, man. I mean, you never know. I mean, what if the kid really was the granddad? Maybe he was just reincarnated. Maybe he'd uh, maybe he held that special bond with the son, and that he decided to, he was blessed to stay there a little bit longer. And that's cool. You know, um, when my twin daughters died, I remember having a dream about my grandmother. And she was and in my dream, my grandmother was holding, each one on each arm, and my grandmother was telling me that whenever they were ready, they were gonna come back and they would be born to me again. So I don't know when they'll be ready, and I wish that I was ready. I wish they would come back. Takahi, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Uh, you know, um, my three daughters is that my three girls are my life, and uh, a lot of me died when my twin daughters died. They were very, very young, and for years I dreamt about them. And I knew exactly how they were going to look, and I knew exactly, you know, uh, uh, what names they were going to have, and I even gave them the names that I had in my dreams. But like I said, once they passed away, my grandmother in my dream was holding them, and she said that whenever I was ready, I was going to have them, and whenever they were ready, they would come back to me. And I mean, I'm single and I'm not really looking, but it kind of does get to me because uh, my grandmother's never let me down, and she was like my second mother. She died when I was 12. That was like 27 years ago. And she still comes to me in a dream every now and then. She'll get on my case, and if I do something bad, and but yeah, man. It's hard. It's hard dating nowadays because every single woman always claims that they're so independent, but then at the same time, they whine and cry and say that they don't need a man, and then they do need a man. And I just wish somebody could hold me. I wish somebody could hug me. And like, Jesus Christ, make up your mind. I want a man that's gonna text me every single day and every morning and every night. And then next thing you know, you do that to them, and like, you're so clingy. Make up your mind. And then you have women that uh they tell their men, I want you working, babe. I've made more than enough money, for both of us. And then they get into an argument. It's like, oh, you're a lazy bum. Make up your mind once again. Titosimo, how you doing? Thank you for joining. I found my girlfriend on you, since then I haven't been on you now. Hey man, I mean, you could. I mean, come on. Uh, Nobody's telling you that you can't be here. Hey, thanks for the likes. I mean, nobody's telling you you can't be here just because you have a girlfriend. I mean, let's be honest here. Just because you found her on here, did she tell you you can't be on here anymore? I mean, is that what you're trying to say? I mean, come on. I mean, it's not like it's not like she puts a gun to your head and says that you can't be on here. Oh, I see. So you lay it down, huh? You lay it down real thick and hard so you can put her to sleep. Hey man, do your thing, whatever you got to do, man. I'm not gonna, knock you down for it. You got to roofie her, make her go to sleep so you can get on here. Hey, do it, man. I know, trust me, I know. I know. Trust me, we've all been there. I mean, yeah, I've never had a girlfriend, that tell me I can't do something, but uh, my wife tried to do that shit to me one time, and yeah, that's not working. And so we always bumped heads. It was always she was always trying to be the husband. She was trying to make me the wife, and I was like, I'm not gonna be your bitch. So yeah, that's not gonna work, bro. I'm in the U.S. So no, I'm in the U.S. So I don't know what you're talking about. Just because I'm Mexican doesn't mean that I'm in Mexico. I'm here in the U.S. Yeah, like I said. Oh, we're from Europe. Oh, that's different then. If you would have started off with that. So let me ask you something. Uh, are women more dominant in Europe than over here in the U.S.? Because I don't think that's true, man. I mean, let's be honest here. I think most of the women over here are more. They'll whoop your ass if you don't listen to them. Women in Europe are much nicer and less gold diggers. I don't know, man. When I was in the army, I went to Frankfurt, Germany, and there was a lot of gold diggers out there. But yeah, they are nicer. I'll give you that one. But they're nice over here too. Especially if you have an accent, like you have uh, uh, that Loki Thor accent, you bring that shit over here, man. Like girls will be throwing their panties at you, bro. I'm just letting you know. That's just the way it is. Or like me, I'm Mexican, and I was born here in the States. I went to Fort Lewis, Washington, up in Washington State, and it's like Mexicans are scarce over there, and they would be looking at me like I was uh like an endangered species or something. Alex, what to do, man? And shit, I spoke Spanish. They would ask me too up there. All the white girls be like, "So, do you speak Spanish?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Say something in Spanish." I was like, "Hola, cómo estás?" And then, Bill Cosby, "What's up, big man?" Just letting you know, man. No roofing up in here. Uh, but yeah, man, the white girls, they look at me like I was some rare piece of meat. So it's a trip. Just hanging in there, Cosby. What's up with you? Put in pop. Titosimo. So they mostly prefer love. How many languages do you speak, though? Uh, I got out of the army back in 2008. Uh, it's been what, 9 years? I used to be able to speak six. Now I'm down to three. So yeah, uh, I'm British. Should be fine. You're by far my favorite already. Thank you, Dr. Cosby. I much appreciate that. Once again, please no roofing in this room. Thank you for becoming a fan. I'll buy my own drinks. Titosimo, peace out, man. Take care. I'll be here again tomorrow by 7 p.m. I don't know what that is in European time, but I'll be here for paranormal stories, and then Thursday I'll be here again for conspiracies. So if you want to join in, man. I'll be here. Mage Productions, I can speak to English and gibberish. Yeah, I speak English, Spanish. I can barely even remember any Russian. Dr. Cosby. Hey man, you can make promises, man, but just try to keep it down there, Altissimo, take it easy, man. She won't let you. Well, you got to lay down the pipe. Do it again. Take the example from Dr. Cosby here. Drop a roofie, lay down the pipe, and let it go. You watch Alex Jones, InfoWars? No. I haven't seen that fool in years. And the reason I haven't seen that fool is because he gets on my damn nerves. No. But when it comes to conspiracies and, shit like that, like, I'm not like him and, like, make a big deal out of it and, try to prove it here, left and right. Look, man, we're just talking about it. You give your opinion, I give my opinion, so-and-so gives their opinion, and we leave it at that. I'm not going to over here and try to stomp your opinion or stomp their opinion. Like, this is America, baby. Here, we're going to all have open opinions, and we're all going to respect each other's opinions, and we're going to leave it at that. So what else, gentlemen? Ladies? Do we have any ladies out there? Let's take a roll call. Roll call? Anybody? Who's all here? Dr. Cosby, Mage Productions, Titosimo left. Dude, Mage Productions, trust me, I was literally going to do that in 2020. If this orange face fool can run for president and win, then you know what? Then this country has gotten so bad that I think even I can run for president. Let's be real. Let's let this country be run by somebody that knows the streets, that knows the problems of the hood, the city, that can somebody that's gonna, define themselves with the common folk, not somebody that's gonna, define themselves, up there with the rich people, man. Like, no, this country should be run by somebody that was from the streets, somebody that grew up from nothing to something. And I was gonna do that. I was gonna, uh, you know, I would do that. If this fool Trump can run for president and win, shit, Jesus Christ, this country's got a new low. Thank you for being intelligent, Dr. Nicholas. Oh, thank you, Dr. Cosby. I would like to respectfully disagree with that statement. Hey, man, you can disagree with it all you want. But let's be clear here. Matt Dab, I know you're laughing at me because I'm over here talking about Trump. All right, that's fine. Mage Productions statement. I think first of all, I never said Obama was not a common man. I never said that. I said me. I didn't say him. I said me. This country needs to be run by somebody that knows the common man, that grew from the streets, that knows the problems from the streets. Not somebody that has millions on top of millions and has daddy's millions and says, oh, when I got my first loan, my first $10 million loan from my dad, shut the hell up. Please, I couldn't even get $20 out of my fucking parents unless I had a damn job so I can pay them back. Shut the fuck up. It's ridiculous. And then this fool shows up over here in my state. That's a good show. I like that show, though. I've seen all 10 seasons. But then this fool shows up over here, right? And he's over here in khaki pants and fucking brown loafers, and his fucking wife, man, his wetback wife, I don't give a shit. She is not even from here. It was 1 million. He turned into 1 billion and was smart with it. How many times did he declare bankruptcy, Dr. Cosby? Can you answer that to me? Answer that for me. How many times did he declare bankruptcy? I digress once again. His wife, not born here, yet he wants to deport illegals, then we should start with his wife. Russian ass bitch. And she gonna show up over here with some fucking snake shoe stilettos. Get the fuck out of here. Once again, there were his businesses. How many times did he declare bankruptcy? Chapter 10, or was it 13, I think, whatever. He declared bankruptcy 3 times. 3 freaking times. You know what he's going to end up doing? He's going to end up robbing the country, and he's going to take off, and he's going to go back to his wife's country, and we ain't ever going to see him again. And he's going to keep running all his damn hotels from wherever the fuck he's at. Exactly. Might as well be playing Monopoly. How many successful businesses did he have? That's what? 3-200s? I mean, let's be honest here. Hundreds of businesses. You have to make hundreds of businesses in order to make $1 billion. You can't just make 1 or 2. Are you fucking kidding me? It's like we're gonna go ahead and talk about even that dumbass Floyd Mayweather. Fucking Mayweather, man. I mean, a trained boxer all his life. He fights Conor McGregor. And keep in mind, I don't like neither. I don't give a shit about either one of them. Because they're both a damn joke to the damn boxing sport. But listen to this. Mayweather pro boxer all his life, supposedly 50-0, whatever. You know what? I don't even know how the fuck he even won that fight against De La Hoya. He was robbed. De La Hoya was robbed that fucking fight. Anyway, it took him 10 rounds to beat Gregor. Conor McGregor never boxed in his life. First time boxing. And it took Mayweather 10 fucking rounds to beat him. Are you fucking joking me? So once again, we go back to it took 100 businesses to make $1 billion. You know, if you're good at something, then you should be able to do one or two businesses and stick to it and make your millions off of that. If you're not successful out of one or two businesses, then you're not going to be fucking successful in all of them. And you know what? And I'm pretty sure that most of those businesses that were probably starting to go down and under, Daddy came in to come and help. Pune's wife as well, Russian Spice. Mage Productions, bro, I'm not going to lie to you. I'll bet you anything that's exactly what's going on. That's why Russia is always so damn close around here. You know, they're probably still contacting Melania or whatever the hell her name is, trying to get more information. Not true. Defensive boxing is different from being old as fuck and weak. I don't support either, but Mayweather stretched it out to 10 rounds to Conor McGregor, and then he could finish him off. Really? I mean, no. Defensive boxing is not boxing. Defensive boxing is not boxing. Defensive boxing is running away. If we're going to talk about somebody that went undefeated, then let's talk about Julio Cesar Chavez. 89-0, 13 years. Chavez fought 4 fights every year. And what? Mayweather went, 50-0 in 20 years because he fought, 2 fights a year? Man, please. Boxing is not business. Boxing is a sport. You want to go to a business, man? Go somewhere else. Daddy only gave him $1 million. It may seem like a lot to me, but you compare it to his wealth, that is like money. Yeah, man. I mean, boxing. I mean, $1 million compared to what he has now. Yeah, but I mean, let's be honest here. If you're gonna invest in something, you should start off in investing in something that's a sure bet. Like back then, $1 million, you invest $1 million into Playboy, bro, you would have had billions by now. Why was it boxing, not in the octagon or more UFC style? Never understood that. I think it was because the Irish boy wanted to prove that he can do boxing just as well as anybody else. I'm just wondering if Mayweather's gonna go to fight in the octagon, which I truly doubt. He ain't that stupid. The one fight I really do want to see is Triple G versus Canelo. And no, I'm not going for Canelo. I don't give a shit if he is Mexican. Triple G is my boy. That boy will tear Canelo up. I love to see Mayweather step in the octagon with Conor. I love to see that too, man. But look, like one interview that Mayweather had, they asked him if he was going to fight Brown or he was going to fight Triple G for the last fight, who would he fight? And Mayweather said, I would fight Brown because I'm not in the business of losing. I'm in the business of making money. So that already told me that he won't fight Triple G because he knows Triple G was going to knock his ass out. So I doubt he'll go to UFC to go fight McGregor because he knows that's his sport. I mean, you go to somebody else's sport, your ass is going to get beat if you've never done it before. He paid that loan back with interest. Are we still on that? I thought we're already talking about boxing now. Age production, that is the point of a loan. Yeah. Dr. Cosby, we've moved on about that. We're talking about fighting now. We're talking about the octagon. Mage, where are you? 4:38 a.m. Bro, where are you? United Kingdom. Matt Dab, come on, man. This is here's. Come on, we're all chill here. I mean, hey, I like Bryn because, you know, uh, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Sherlock Holmes. That's the man had some good books. Uh, Mage Productions. Uh, so what's up with the females out there? Any good females out there? They all cool? Do they beat you up like they did Titosimo? My dad. Thank you for becoming a fan, bro. I will definitely be here tomorrow and Thursday. They're all attention seekers. Man, aren't all females attention seekers? Let's be honest. They all want that attention. Like 100%. It's like they'll die if you don't give them attention. They're like freaking cats. That's how cats are. If they want attention, they'll crawl up on your lap. They'll jump on your laptop. They'll sit on your chest. And man, like they'll just keep bugging you until you finally pet them. And then you pet them like 3 or 4 times and then they jump off and run away. And like, okay, well, the fuck, make up your goddamn mind. You want to be petted or not? You want attention or not? It's the same way with females too. It's the same way too. They want attention, and then they see, like, why are you so clingy? Why are you always all up on me? I don't get it. You guys, Saturdays I wanted to reserve it to get my virtual DJ and put it right here on the screen and do some mixes for you guys, but I don't know how to do all that. Any of you guys know how to do that? Maybe I can play music and we could just all jam out. My girlfriend just enjoys watching films with me, so we just watch horrors in the evenings. It's cool, man. Very rare when you can find a female that wants to watch horror movies. What was the scariest horror film I've ever seen? 2016 presidential election. That shit was scary. Never watch that shit again. So we're down to 5 viewers. Looks like everybody's leaving, going to sleep maybe. She used to watch anything else. She is so picky with movies and food. So that's all she watches? Just like horror flicks? More viewers than I've ever had. Bro, I'll fan you. I'll join on. And I'll tell people to join on. I don't give a fuck. Just horror. What about Marvel movies? Oh, you want to see a horror flick? Watch Batman vs Superman. That shit was horrible. That is a horror movie. That is just horrible. McDonald's or Burger King. I don't go live to them. So we just put up discussions. Hey, so you guys have Batman's waste of time and money. That's why I said it's a horrible movie. It's a horror movie. Did you see this shit? Fucking Bruce Wayne flying up from the cave when the bats were like twirling up. Like, what kind of shit is that? So you guys have the metric system, right? So what do you guys call a quarter pounder with cheese? A burger? Really? A quarter pounder with cheese? Come on, man. I know you guys got the metric system. What is it really called? Call it the same. Are you serious? A quarter pounder with cheese? So you're fucking telling me that Pulp Fiction lied to me? Quentin Tarantino lied to my ass? Are you fucking kidding me? I thought since you guys had the metric system, McDonald's, quarter pounder with cheese, I thought it was called Royale with cheese. We're since '89. Girl, where do you keep disappearing? I'm telling you, last time I saw you, you were eating pizza. Never seen it. What did they say? Bro, no, you have to see that movie, Pulp Fiction. It's one of those must-see movies before you die. Like, it's in my top 5 movies of all time. And it's right in the beginning of the movie. It's like, oh, so, you went to Amsterdam and Europe and United Kingdom, blah, blah, whatever. It's like, yeah, they got the metric system out there. And he was like, he's like, you know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese out there? It's like, what? He's like, a Royale with cheese. He's like, oh yeah, what do they call a Big Mac? Oh, Big Mac is just Big Mac. They just call it Le Big Mac. But over there, quarter pounder is Royale with cheese. I have it on DVD. Bro, are you fucking kidding me? You have it on DVD and never sat down and watched it? No, that's a must-watch movie. Trust me, it's a must-watch movie. It will leave you in like great confusion, and you will use your imagination to try to figure everything out. You have to see it. But Forrest Gump is good, but not like Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction is one of those movies where you can literally watch over and over and over. Exactly. Say what again? What? Say what again? See, I thought you said you didn't watch it. How the hell are you gonna know that line if you ain't never seen it? Saw a clip. The clip is not good enough. You have to watch the whole movie. There goes one of my daughters now. That's all I know, though. Bro, I'm telling you, you have to watch Pulp Fiction. And then when they get to to the diner scene, bro, they got all them classic cars in there. You have to watch it. Where's this 89? Say something. I know you're here. Put that pizza down. Look, everyone. No. This is my daughter right here. This is my daughter. This is my daughter. Dad. Say hi. Say hi, people.
People. I don't know who's there, but hi. I need to look at my work.
That's my middle child. She's in her senior year right now. Streaming 2 hours strong. Congratulations, bro. That's last week. I was the same way too. It was 2 hours because and it's funny because my first stream was I just read the first chapter of my book, and it only lasted like 30 minutes. And then the second stream, which was on Wednesday, was about a ghost. That was like 3 hours. I was like up to like 11. Holy shit! It's already 11. Um, and then Thursday with conspiracies, nobody showed up, so I only talked for an hour and then cut it off. Weird since '89. Oh, she left. She sucks. She's cool people though. But man, she will eat that pizza in front of you, bro, and shoot, that shit will make you hungry. Royale with cheese. Still can't believe that shit. You ain't never seen it. I'm barely on this app. But if I'm on, I'll be sure to try and tune in. Definitely, man. Definitely, you have to tune in. You know, if you decide to make your own video and whatnot, man, I mean, I will join in and I will be the one talking just like you doing on here too. But if you don't get on here and I'm on here, then, you know, come on over, bro. You know, I'll be here. Here we go.
So tell me again about the hash bar. What you want to know? Hash is legal, right? That's legal, but ain't 100% legal. Walk into a restaurant, roll the joint and start puffing away. I mean, they want you smoking at home or certain designated places. Those are the hash bar. Yeah, it breaks down like this, okay? Yes, it's legal to buy it, it's legal to own it, and if you're the proprietor of a hash bar, it's legal to sell it. It's legal to carry it, but that doesn't matter. Just get a load of this, all right? If you get stopped by a cop in Amsterdam, it's illegal for them to search you. I mean, that's a right the cops in Amsterdam don't have. Oh, man, I'm going. That's all it is to it. I'm fucking going. Okay? You think the most. But you know the funniest thing about Europe is? What? It's the little differences. I mean, they got the same shit over there that they got here, but it's just there, it's a little different. Example. Alright, well, you can walk into a movie theater in Amsterdam and buy a beer. And I don't mean just like a little paper cup, I'm talking about a glass of beer. And in Paris, you can buy a beer at McDonald's. And you know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Paris? They don't call it a quarter pounder with cheese? I mean, they got the metric system. They know what the fuck a quarter pounder is. And what do they call it? They call it Royale with cheese. Royale with cheese. What do they call a Big Mac? Big Mac's a Big Mac, but they call it Le Big Mac. Le Big Mac. What do they call it? I don't know.
Bro, I'm telling you, you need to watch that movie. Pulp Fiction is the shit. It's one of the top 10. Like, if you make a list of top 10 movies, trust me, that movie is always going to be in the top 5. It always will be. It's 4:50 at the sea. Have a good night. Stay safe. Thanks for entertainment. Oh, my bad. I got that mixed up. Still, Royale with cheese. Go ahead, man. Take your sleep. I'm probably going to go to sleep like in the next 20 minutes. Have a good night, man. I'll be here tomorrow. We're going to talk about ghosts. Join in. Bring anybody you want to. I'll be here. Invited 200 fans to this broadcast. I really appreciate it, man. I really do. Appreciate all the likes, all the shares, all the fans, all the thumbs up everybody gave me. You know, I gotta start somewhere. You know, it's at first, you know, it's always rough because I don't know how to do any of this. I don't know how to, advertise myself, where to do it, and how to do it. But hey, man, if you teach me how to do it, I mean, I could take it from there. I mean, I don't need you guys doing all the work. You know, I I got to put in some work in there too somewhere. Mage Productions. Follow Nicholas 22 on Twitter. Definitely, man. I've had a lot of my tweets deleted too, because well, you'll see. If like you get a little notification saying Nicholas 2082 tweeted, yeah, man, that shit. A lot of my tweets get deleted because apparently I'm too brutally honest. Oh, you follow me on Instagram? Bro, I will accept you right now. Just so you can see that I'm not like everybody else and like I'm a prick or anything like that. Bro 161. Bro guy 61. And Instagram. Accept. Follow back. Yeah, I got you. I already followed you back and requested you to. So we're good. But yeah, man, I really do appreciate you hanging out with me. The other 4 viewers, appreciate them hanging out too. It's about to be 11. 61 is the initial for the UK's largest gaming event that I attended called Insomnia 61. Hey, question. You play online, like PlayStation or Xbox? Just wondering. Or if anybody out here's, yeah. I got an Xbox. No, I don't do PlayStation. PC gamer. I don't do much PC games. Most of the, really the only reason I use the PC is to edit videos and do stuff like that. Well, I got an Xbox One, but I'm against the Sony PlayStation because it's a long story. I'll explain it some other day when you have time. But yeah, I got an N64, bro. I got an N64 too, and a Super Nintendo. It's somewhere around there. All right. Mage Productions. Here, I'll give you mine. That one's mine right there. So, yeah, Fan 52. I played that game. I actually finished it. Like when 64 first came out, and I bought the rare. I think it's called Rare Gameplay or something like that. It came on there too, and the Banjo-Tooie. So, and Conker's Bad Fur Day was on there also. I got a 64, Atari, 2 GameCubes. I had 1 GameCube, but then it broke. Every PlayStation, every Xbox. Nope. Lance Battalion, that is not me. No. stream police is following me. What? Collector games and consoles. I do the same thing too. Ocarina of Time. I finished that game I don't know how many times. I love that game. I never could finish Majora's Mask. It was yeah. I noticed that when I bought the game, The Division, I saw that there were the LMBs, the Last Man Battalion. And I was like, these sons of bitches took my initials, like my name, literally my name initials, and made it into a bad guy. Yeah, I just noticed that you were the stream police. My Alienware laptop like popped up and it says Twitter stream police is now following you. I was like, oh shit. I said it must have been those tweets that I did to that church. I think I'm in trouble. But then I saw it was you and I was like, oh, okay, never mind. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. It's been a lot of fun. Next Tuesday, I will definitely read my description on this. Okay. Next week, Tuesday, I will definitely be reading chapter 3 of my book. So far, I'm up to 15 chapters. It's supposed to be a set of 12. The first 3 has to do with the United States. The 4, 5, and 6 has to do with Mexico. And then 6 through 12, a friend of mine told me that usually you have to run with it until you run it into the ground. So 6 through 12 is probably 7 through 12 is probably going to be more scientific kind of. So it's going to be like a science fiction. It has to do with other dimensions and things like that. So let me just give you a description before I go. The character basically is the anti-hero. He kills cartel lords, cartel drug dealers, and cartels, destroys them in book 1. In book 2, he tries to bring the United States back together. Book 3, he brings it back together and leaves his daughter in charge of the country. Book 4, he has to go back to Mexico to finish something that he started in book 1. Emilio, hey, how you doing? Book 4 has to do with events that happened in book 1. Book 5 and 6, basically, he's still trying to conclude the business that he started in book 1. So 4, 5, and 6, that's what takes place. And then 7 through 12 is kind of like a alternate story that takes place in another dimension. Yes, Emilio, yo hablo español. So, yeah. So next Tuesday, I will be reading the next chapter. Every Wednesday, we will talk about ghosts. And every Thursday, we will talk about conspiracies. Mage Productions, take it easy. You have a good night, man. Stay safe. So it is 11:05 p.m. here in Dallas, Texas. Mérida, Yucatán. ¿Qué dice paisa? ¿Cómo está? ¿Qué dice las cosas allá? It is 11:05 here in Dallas, Texas. since Emilio joined us, I'll be on here maybe another 10 minutes, just so he doesn't feel like I just dished him as soon as he joined in. So just to give him a heads up what the channel's about. So go ahead and get on the chat board, you guys. Emilio, ¿qué dice el Yucatán? Yo vivo en Dallas, Texas, mano. Acá en Estados Unidos. 4 horas norte de Houston, donde está pegando el huracán. Acá todo tranquilo, todo bien. Come on, guys. Anybody out there? En veces es fuerte. Hay otros días que no. La mera neta, ni te voy a mentir, mano. Tiene sus días buenos y sus días malos. No te voy a mentir. La mera neta, hay días, yo deseara agarrar mi ciudadanía allá en México para irme para allá. Hay días que sí, hay días que no. No te voy a decir que 100% todo el tiempo. Como dije más temprano, sus días buenos, sus días malos. En veces la raza acá es bien rara. O sea, la raza de acá, ¿cómo te lo puedo decir? En veces se creen más de acá que son de allá. Se les olvidan de dónde vienen las raíces. Es la mera neta. A mí nunca se me olvida. Yo sé de dónde viene mi sangre. Aquí en Dallas, Texas, pues más en Texas, es caliente. Aquí siempre es caliente. Acá cae nieve una vez cada 4 años. Acá, se pone caliente en el verano. Y en la canícula se pone hasta la madre. Los inviernos, raras veces, raras veces, se pone frío. Y luego los grados acá en veces son de 34 hasta el 37, en veces 39 grados. Se pone caliente, mano. ¿Cómo aprendiste a hablar inglés? En la escuela. Yo nací acá. Mis abuelos se vinieron de Piedra Negra, Coahuila. Arreglaron papeles y se vinieron cuando en esos tiempos que era más fácil de arreglar papeles. Arreglaron papeles y luego se vinieron para acá y luego pues nací acá y así llegó. Esa es la historia. Pero mi primer lengua es el español y luego el inglés. Aunque yo sé que más antes sí, fíjate que no te voy a mentir. Más antes mi español era bien mocho, gacho, mano, ya madres. Y luego fui a estudiar fui a estudiar para ser ministro en un colegio bíblico allá en México. Y todos se burlaban de mí porque mi español era bien feo, era bien mocho, me decían pocho y todo eso. O sea, los mexicanos, hasta los mexicanos en veces son bien gachos, mano, así como con los chicanos. Digo, uno que viene de la raza también uno los trata mal. Pero se burlaban de mí porque yo no hablaba bien el español y luego después mis clases en México eran español y español la gramática y yo agarraba dieces y se enojaban todos conmigo porque decían que yo era bien chapucero porque decían que yo las andaba copiando, quién sabe qué tanto, y cómo es posible que yo agarraba mejores grados que ellos, y yo les digo, porque yo sí quiero aprender el español. Ustedes que están aquí, o sea, tienen la ventaja de saber el español cómo es y no lo quieren saber porque ya ustedes ya piensan que ya saben cómo es, pero yo verdaderamente yo lo sí quería aprender y estudié español 3 años, gramática, y ya casi no se me olvida nada. A lo mejor que tengo un acento raro, pero pues mínimo lo hablo bien. ¿Qué música te gusta? De toda mano, mientras que tenga un buen sonido. La mera neta, no te voy a mentir. Que tenga buen sonido, yo la escucho toda. Yo escucho rock, heavy metal, oldies, classic rock, grunge, rap, R&B, de todo. Oye, si allá en Mérida, no les tocó el huracán allá, no agarraron nada. All right, people. It's about to be 11:15. I'm gonna have to cut this already because it's starting to get late. I have to go to sleep. I have to wake up at 4 in the morning to go to work. I will be here tomorrow at 7 p.m. El huracán bajo nivel entre la península, pues solo tormenta. Les tocó suerte, es lo bueno. Bueno, Emilio, te dejo, mano, porque entro a trabajar a las 4 de la mañana y tengo que echar una pestañita. Te espero aquí. A ver, los martes leo los capítulos de mis libros. El miércoles, yo hablo de fantasmas. Y los jueves cosas que esconde el gobierno. Casi todos son en inglés, pero el viernes o el sábado yo hago yo hago videos en español. El viernes y sábado hago 2 videos en español. Invita a tu gente, mano, de lo que queramos hablar, que se junte la raza, se conozca uno al otro, a ver cómo nos la pasamos, así bien rebanada, chido. El Pet Band. ¿Qué es eso, mano? Pet Band. ¿Eso es tu perfil? Entiendo inglés, no a la perfección, pero para que no pierdas el... Está bien, como deseas. Yo estoy aquí mañana, pero como quiera no hace daño hacer unos videos así para la raza también en español. Ya yo sé que muchos se van a burlar de mí porque pues, o sea, mi español no va a ser lo perfecto, pero yo no me rajo, no me agüito. Who farted? Thank you for joining. Queen Lawinda Lou, thank you for joining. And I think they left. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will be leaving you because it's time for me to rest up, take a quick nap, and then go to work at 4. I will be here tomorrow at 7 p.m. We will talk about paranormal activities and ghosts and goblins and whatever you guys want to talk about. I have an encyclopedia from A to Z about different things. We can go ahead and start off and we'll talk about them, see if anybody's seen any. We'll go ahead and get into that. Please join in tomorrow. Bid you guys good night. Emilio, que tengas una buena noche, mano. Cuídate. Oye, si hay unas morritas ahí, ya sabes, me las pasas para acá. Bed Band en el Facebook, es más, ahorita estoy aquí en el Facebook. Deja juntas Bed Band. Juntas Bed Band. Bed Band Store? No sale Bed Band Store, Emilio. Bueno, yo lo busco. Ahí los miro mañana. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks again, you guys, for the shares, the likes, the thumbs up. You guys joining me. I will be here tomorrow. 7 p.m. Once again, I will definitely be here. Show up, bring your best ghost story. We'll talk about it, and we'll see what happens. You guys be safe. Got family over in Houston in the South. Pray for them. If you guys are Christian, pray for them. You know, whatever you guys do out there. Sometimes, we forget that, there's other people out there in the world instead of just us. So, Donate to the Red Cross, man. $10, $5, just for one day. Don't buy a pack of cigarettes, them $6, $7, you can go for somebody, get them food and bottled waters. Do what you have to, man. Sacrifice must be made just so somebody else can live. All right. You guys take it easy. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. right here, this channel. Remember, tomorrow we're talking about ghosts. Deuces.